Oh, this is going to be pushing the server to its limits. Oh my goodness me! This will bring Hermitcraft to its knees. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hermitcraft and another adventure, but this time I will be on my own. We are going to the End Dimension to build a new type of farm that I've recently seen. I saw this and I was like, I just want to jump in and build that and see it in action because it is going to be absolutely amazing. Some of you may have a suspicion as to what this will be, and some of you may be thinking, where are you right now, X? What is this place? This is the home of none other than Tango Tech and future home of Decked Out 2 as well. He invited us over to his base in a Hermits Helping Hermit stream to place down tons of the snow that you see on this island right here. And it was in this stream that I got hot guyed by Scar. Scar seems to be on a mission to kill everyone with his bow.
I've now angered Jeff.
Hi Cleo, where are you going?
There's some like Elytra battles going on here.
I don't even have a bow. I'm just gonna fly around and swing my sword at people. Screw it.
Didn't we build like a battle arena one season for this?
Oh yeah.
Hot guy.
Someone's got a horn.
That would be Scar.
That would be Scar.
They're so good. Oh!
Falling asleep. Oh no!
No!
There it is. Oh god.
That's right, my friends. I got, and Scar, if you're watching. Don't think I'm gonna get my own back at some point in time. I'll remember this. But for now, of course, we're gonna go on an adventure. I'm gonna go gather up some supplies. Ooh. On the particle effects, really nice here for this snowy, icy path. It's a shame how it just cuts out. And speaking of supplies, this is all we need to create the farm. Just so little resources, it's quite incredible. And we don't even need the name tags technically, but I thought this might make life a little more easier putting this simple farm together, which will have the potential to really test this server's performance. Oh, it is going to be something, but you may notice that this area is slowly evolving. We've got glass to walk around on now, and you can see more of the bones coming together. The portal's been integrated, and it's looking pretty darn cool, right? Now, before we head off to the End Dimension, I've just realized there is a little bit more I need to gather for this project. We need a couple of diamond swords that have very specific enchantments on them. And with a brief trip over to Impulse's Enchanted Bookshop, I had myself the culling sword for slowing the farm down and the farming sword for actively using it. So some of you would have pieced together already by now that we are building Ian Exo4's copper farm in the End Dimension. And it'll be linked in the description box down below. I recommend you watch it after this episode because it's just an amazing piece of engineering and the video is just fascinating. And of course, I followed along with the tutorial on how to build this thing. It took me less than 4 minutes, and I could probably do it in less than 2 if I was trying to speed run the building. As you can see, it was not a lot of effort to put these blocks together. And yes, this is the farm right here. It is in a bit of an awkward situation, but I'll bring some more light to that in a moment. We've still got a ways to go because I've got to dig out some of the endstone around here, and then we've actually got to bring some zombies over to the farm itself. But first of all, we're going to use a mod that is purely client-side, meaning it doesn't affect the game or the server, it's just a visual thing, and it's going to help us see how the zombie reinforcements mechanics works. So when I press M and R, you can now see that there are these crazy boxes everywhere. And they're actually all centered on this illusory zombie right here, which isn't actually part of the world, because this is where all the mobs end up in the farm. So it's from this point here that we can see where the zombie reinforcements are called in. So in this game, when a zombie takes damage, it has a chance to call in some reinforcements, and that takes place inside of these 27 zones. The most common ones being these ones right here, and where you see they've been highlighted red, that would invalidate where they can spawn. So we need to rip out some of the blocks immediately around here, but what you'll notice is that these columns here, the most effective ones, have been lined up so that they don't go through the obsidian pillars, which it kind of occurs to me I could have just moved those out of the way too, but that would have been a lot of digging. And also in these areas the zombie reinforcements will spawn, so we'll be tearing out some of this end stone and then placing it down in these spaces so they'll be able to spawn here too. And all in all, that should make this area rather optimal for getting zombies spawning and making their way into the farm. So with a little bit of grind, you can see that I've carved out some of the obsidian as well as ripping out some end stone that was invalidating spawns and creating a nice big spawn platform over here. But there's more work to be done. We need to light up areas like this. Technically a zombie could spawn up here, which is not good. And a similar thing could take place on top of these obsidian towers. So I've got to fly around, throw down a few torches, and then we should be good to go. Or did I jump the gun? I think you're also supposed to cover the end portal, punch away the torches. This might not be necessary based on how these areas are aligned, but I'm not going to risk it, and I'm going to put in some trapdoors so that you can open that to go through. Alrighty then, now we need to work on bringing some zombies over here to the end. We got to do some zombie wrangling. Surely nothing can go wrong. So we will be using the stronghold itself for zombie spawning and then lure them to the end portal over here. In ENXO4's video, he showed a really cool trick you can do to get the zombies in the portal. And that is to simply put some slabs underneath the middle like this. When you, the player, go over it and hold shift, you're not going to touch the end portal. If I let go of shift, I'm going through to the end. So yeah, the zombies will follow you and they'll touch the portal and go through. Now we want to get a whole bunch of zombies. I think the chance is 30% for each one that this farm will be successful. So if we get 4 of them, then 120, right? Surely that'll be good enough. Anyways, I've brought with me some potions of night vision because we're going to go into the stronghold and actually punch out all of these torches that the other hermits have put down, because now we want things to spawn here. We want to find some zombies and get them to follow us to the end portal. I heard some moaning and groaning. Aha! Nearby. Right, excellent. Also, we want to do this little test. Like, can you pick up an item? No, so you will get named, my friend. Right, and this should be 1 of 3. Come on. Yes, it's in the end dimension. Okay, another one. This one picked up the stone. That's very useful. I don't have to use a name tag. Alright, in you go. Lovely. Okay, this one needs naming because it didn't pick up an item. I need to go down here. Did that work? Yep, you've been named. Oh, goodness. No, I'm in a hole. I'm in a hole. Not very good. As long as I don't attack it and I don't die. Whew. Okay, almost messed that one up. Same trick, different zombie. No, I'm down here. Come back, buddy. Come back. Okay then. Oh, it looks like we got 2 of them here. Excellent. Oh, and you can already pick up items. That's just wonderful. Okay, gonna trap this one here for a second. And that is because your friend wandered off over here. This one, I think, because it's got a tool in its hand. Does that count? Pretty sure that counts. It won't despawn. Right, and I want both of these together, so I'm going to break that block. Ah, there we go. 2 at once. Except I've come into a dead end. Hey, where am I going? I think I was actually supposed to go down here. Aha, and I got both of them. Is this the way out? Oh, this was definitely the way out. There we go. Number 4, right? And number 5. So our chances should now be pretty good. I kind of wish I brought a regeneration potion for this next bit. In fact, I think I'll put my chest plate on, which doesn't have thorns, and that's really important. Because now when we go through, we're going to be immediately mobbed. I can hear myself taking damage. Woo! There we go, we got the whole gang. Now we got to lure them all the way over into the farm. Okay, I kind of forgot a really important step. So we need all 5. Okay, they're all still here. Okay, I can restore the situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one with the stone. Yes, you punch all of them once, then you run around into here. Drop down, close that, stand here. Let's have a look. Ah, brilliant. We are ready to run the farm. Okay, so now I have my auto clicker running, which has to be precisely timed to attack this armor stand every 2.25 seconds. And there it is. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to. Now let's use the free cam again. Oh, that'll actually stop the clicker from working. But look, more zombies have come into the farm. So now we need to use the camera account to see what's going on here. Oh, we're down to 1? Interesting. Ah, but we are getting reinforcements. Okay. How curious. Oh, do you know what? I actually think there's more than one here. They just sort of perfectly grouped up into that space. Because look, the other one's coming here and they're all inside the same space. So a couple of minutes later, and this thing isn't picking up pace. It does say it could take up to 5 minutes, but I think I might need to give it even more spaces for these zombies to spawn. At the moment, they've got all of this area out here, but not behind me towards where the portal is. So maybe we could shave some blocks out of this space. And now I'm wondering, as I understand it, they should all stay there. I don't think I'm going to tempt fate by walking into those spaces. But yeah, they're all staying put, so let's carve out some more space around here for them to spawn. So I think we're starting to hit a critical mass, as I'm seeing a lot more zombies spawning and making their way in. As you'll see, I've extended the size of the platforms and carved out more space over here too, and that seemed to have made the difference. Oh my goodness me, listen to that sound. It's crazy, right? Oh, this is going to be pushing the server to its limits, my friends. And as you'll see on the hotbar, I am collecting an extraordinary amount of copper. And as you'll see, things in here are a little bit different. We use the water now to push this thing into the corner. Let's craft up some blocks of copper. That's insane. That's from about 10 minutes, I think. But I very nearly died inside of this farm. I actually left the trapdoor open and a couple of little babies got into here. I think there were 5 in total. I was very fortunate to spot this on my other screen, and as you can see, I was able to deal with them before they killed me. And so now, my friends, we play the AFK game, where I just use all of my time standing in this spot right here, keeping an eye on the game, occasionally eating, and getting ourselves a stupid amount of copper. And if we switch one more time to the camera account, oh my goodness me! This will bring Hermitcraft to its knees. Although the farm is supposed to be self-regulating, but it kind of feels like maybe this is getting out of hand here. So here we are. I think the farm is now running at full capacity, and you are watching a 5-minute time lapse condensed down for your viewing pleasure. Have you ever seen a site like this before? This is exactly why I just wanted to jump in and make this farm, because it looked like so much fun. I don't even have a plan for all of this copper. But anyway, you might hear a clicking sound, and that clicking sound is a stupid amount of armor and items being exchanged between all of the mobs coming into the middle. So this is where we need to use the culling feature. And so you may remember that we also have this sword here, and we're going to click 4 times in 4 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should drastically reduce the amount of mobs and let lots of new ones come in and pick up the items. I can definitely feel that my frames are a lot better now. Let's give it a couple more cautious clicks. And it didn't get rid of all of them. Maybe I let this farm run for a little too long. I'm a bit afraid to use this sword too much more, because obviously it kills them pretty quickly. So back to farming with our looting sword. The sounds in this place are literally insane. And it's now time to leave, but this farm has some flaws. We really need to do something about all of these items, so I'm going to come back here at some point in the future and revise the design a little bit, maybe add some extra features. Like maybe a door at the side and a walkway for me to leave, because getting out of here is going to be a little bit on the hairy side, and I'm a bit concerned about these zombies then pathfinding towards me. Right? I mean, there's one, but the rest still trying to go into the farm. I kind of worried that some hermits might come into the area while I'm using it, and then all the zombies start tracking them, but no, they seem to be staying right over there. And it would probably be wise for me not to attack these, so I'm just going to leave. Ah, that's right, I set my spawn here. And Now my inventory's full of all of that junk. Must have picked some up on the way out. This is basically a one-way connection, isn't it? If you can't fly. Luckily I got my wings. Oh, straight into the ceiling. And so we leave this project with almost a full shulker box worth of copper blocks. It would have been nice to fill it up, but that was all I had time for with my AFK session. And here's the funny thing, I don't even need any of this copper. For me, it was all about building the farm that I found immensely entertaining to do, and we'll be going back there in the future, making some tweaks and modifications. As I said though, the link to the original video is in the description box, and I highly recommend you check it out because it's a fascinating video. You've seen the end product, but how it all came together is really interesting. For now though, we have some business to take care of right over here. Rendog is now our king, our ruler, our supreme overlord. And I'm not sure if I put this footage in a previous episode, but Ren issued his first decree, so let me give you a refresher on what's taken place.
For my first decree, I would very much, and let's be serious now, okay? This is actually serious now. I kind of want to fix the economy for the season. As we all know, this is like an unspoken thing. The Diamond Ore War basically killed the economy of Season 9, because Diamond, there's so many of them. Green, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So, I'm going to propose a complete reset to the economy. This is going to require every single one of us to throw all but 64 diamonds into the pit.
What? Oh, my diamond.
Yeah. Yep.
And I did not get the opportunity at the time to throw in my diamonds. That's what we're going to take care of next. First of all, I want to check and see if there's been any profits. And, oh yes, there is, which is kind of sad because they're basically going to get thrown away. Oh, and while I'm here, I guess a little bit of restocking is in order. Now, the diamond destruction pit that you saw a moment ago is technically still there, but all of this has been constructed on top of it. And before we head on inside, you can see that something amazing is taking place. It's the Great Hermitcraft Economy Reset. And as it says right there, throw all but 64 diamonds into the Great Pit of Resettery. It says Resettery. And all the way down there, there's a hopper. That's where the diamonds need to go. So we keep all but a stack, right? This is everything that I've got. And now I'm down to 64. And so now we can participate in this amazing server quest system that Ren's put together. As you'll see here, there are daily, weekly, once-off challenges that we can do and earn rewards. In fact, I hope these themselves are part of the rewards. These would be really cool to collect, these custom amethyst shards. And I feel like some of this stuff might be a little confusing to explain, but the info and rules are all in this book. If you'd like to pause the video as I flick through the pages here, then you can take a moment to read and understand how all of this works. This is the key thing though. You can only do a daily, weekly and unique quest one at a time. You can do them in groups and you must do them on camera. Now there is just an amazing amount of things to do here, and what you'll probably notice pretty quickly is that these are all going to contribute to making Hermitcraft such an amazing server to be a part of, especially these unique ones right here. Look at this, build the shopping district nether portal, upgrade the Enderman farm. There are so many cool ideas to make the server better. So I have picked out 3 quests that we're going to do. One of those will be a daily, then one from the unique category, and lastly, there is the weekly quest. So I have no shortage of this material. I could potentially earn some rewards every day with this. Yeah, just to confirm, the rewards are diamonds. I kind of honestly want these amethyst shards. I want to collect a bunch of them. Hey, I restocked one of my shops just a moment ago. Does that mean that I can put that here? Aha, and this is the one that I was looking for. And you might be wondering where we are. There are several floors to this thing that you can navigate up and down between, and that's where you find these chests with all the things that are written in the book. It's amazing just how many things Ren has thought of. So in goes our 4 stacks of cobblestone. Cobbled deep slate X. It's cobbled deep slate. Aha, and here is the unique quest that I'm going to undertake with Corrales. Build an alley breeding sanctuary. And if you saw the last episode, you'll know exactly why I'm undertaking that, because of course we got our allies together, and I got a really cool idea knocking around in my head for a cool building we could build for players to come along and just breed the allays for free. That's right, for free. And yes, it's not breeding, it's duplicating. Trust me, everyone's going to keep saying breeding. And this next one, I've literally just wanted an excuse to put this in my video. Shout out your favorite fan art in a video. Okay, that is what we're going to do right now. I want to show you some of the absolute amazing fan art that people have created. And the place where I store all of this fan art is my official website, xisumavoid.com. If you scroll down and look to the left-hand side of the screen, you will see fan art over here. Now, all of this amazing fan art basically comes from Twitter. If ever you do fan art and you want to put it in front of me, Twitter is the place. I know not everyone likes that platform, but if you're on there and you tag me, I will see it. And then I will save it and put it on my website as well, because I absolutely love all of this. So the fan art, it really warms my soul, and I find it interesting how obviously it's inspired by the things that I do in this space, but it in turn then inspires me to do more of that. It's like a circle of inspiration. And shout out to anyone who is on here, and if you're not featured in the video, literally every bit I've ever come across is actually on the website, and you can continuously scroll back through the years. And a little bit of trivia for you, I actually have 2,414 images saved, so wow, what a number, and keep them coming. And so I couldn't feature everyone, but to everyone who's ever sent me some fan art, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the inspiration. And so with that, we get to come back over here once we completed the quest and take our rewards, put this thing back in here, and I believe that is how the system works. So the next thing we have to do is build an alley breeding sanctuary. And yes, I said breeding, and it's duplicating, and I'm going to keep saying breeding. I just know it. Anyways, over here there is a little path that I thought it would be cool to hook up from this area over there, and we'll actually put the alley breeding sanctuary on the water, but we'll turn the water into ice. And this means for this build, we're going to have to build some other farms. And Minecraft, you know, all about building those farms. So we have a lot to do in the coming episodes, but for now, that's going to be it from me. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. Thank you as always, and I'll see you in the next episode of Hermitcraft. Bye bye.